In this video, I'm going to discuss the difference between creative teaching and teaching creativity. According to Robinson, creativity is the process of having original ideas that have value. I see creativity as a combination of imagination and innovation, whereas he sees imagination separately, as an individual can be imaginative but not instill it in their ideas. This is supported by the EYFS framework, which encourages imaginative representations of ideas. Creative teaching is often seen in planned activities such as topic weeks. Claxton states that creativity is treated as if it relates only to the arts, involving colourful manic activity, and that creativity is something everyone can engage in equally as long as they are encouraged. However, different learners need different approaches, as outlined by Gardner's multiple intelligence theory. Quinlan's model shows us that creativity and technical mindfulness aren't necessarily correlated, but should be modelled together through creative technological uses as an interactive class for maximum learning outcomes. Maslow's self-actualization stage encourages us to strive for better, which is what we do by thinking beyond our first answers for soft creativity. This should have real-life application, which is abundant in ICT. Furthermore, topics should be ongoing and open-ended using Perkins's infusion approach. For example, children can use a class blog continuously throughout the year. This should be monitored by the class teacher. There is an intense push to cover the curricular content, which consequently constrains time for open-ended creative topics. This is supported by Robinson in that creativity has been educated out. As a result, teachers not only have to focus on reading and writing tasks, but also activities that support innovation and creativity, rather than taking the content slower to allow time for creativity to assist sense-making by children. Ofsted reports also state that most schools did not maximise the use of creativity. Although teaching is seen as a craft by Laurillard and Gove, and according to Hoover and Oshnai, teaching should consequently not indulge in artistic expression. However, I disagree, and children should be allowed to experiment and discover ideas instead of being guided to an end product. I have unfortunately witnessed the former in programming. I agree with Sennett and Quinlan that skills develop in work and the freedom to experiment with a growth mindset. I have seen a huge lack of creativity in school, especially where schemes of work are implemented and lessons are based on individual worksheets, or when children are guided without exploration time on programs such as Scratch. This has a clear absence of constructionism in which the learner is consciously building on their understanding. In ICT, the children are given laptops in pairs and told to play games. This is technically a creative activity, as they could explore different games, make choices, and test their ideas for solutions and problem solving, but the children would have to be coached in creative thinking for this to work effectively. Digital aids can be applied to Bloom's taxonomy in relation to higher order thinking in Key Stage 2. One of many applications could be collecting or finding evidence on search engines, evaluating data from graphs that they have created with software. By being digitally able, children can search the internet effectively to extend their natural curiosity, which Beetlestone said is part of creativity. Digital technologies support and motivate children to create, collaborate, and communicate in different modes and formats. The computing curriculum states children should express themselves and develop their ideas through ICT. Examples of this would be through children using wikis to collaboratively express their ideas about a cross-curricular topic. This pedagogical approach was also supported by Vygotsky's social constructivism. I feel strongly that children's natural creativity should be nurtured so that they can think deeply about their learning for better progress. I think ICT learning should be discovery-based rather than transmitted, although clear discussion needs to be consistent throughout learning to ensure all outcomes are being met, with emphasis on the process, not just the end result. I also believe there should be a very connectionist approach to the curriculum to allow elements of ongoing creativity, further maximising the everyday use for technology beyond the online games they are likely to be familiar with.